I just found out that Sonic Fan 2012's most popular video is the second episode of his BFBVV viewer voting, so recap it from the first episode up. This is my recap of the first episode of Sonic Fan's BFB viewer voting. This is his second most popular video with 12,000 views. There are 90 contestants, divided into 9 teams of 10, and all of them are color-coded. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Red. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Orange. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Yellow. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Green. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Teal. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Blue. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team Purple or Pink. Here are the 10 remaining members of Team White. And here are the 10 remaining members of Team Black. This series has 26 episodes. The episode was released in July 3, 2025. The announcer announces voting styles, meaning this is a viewer voting with more than one voting style. There's classic and reverse. The announcer announces a third voting option called Eliminate and Swapped, which looks just like Ultimatum and Dobbs BFDIA viewer voting. A fourth voting option is revealed called Save and Eliminate. It is a hybrid of the first two, but upvotes and downvotes are both separate. The person with the lowest amount of upvotes and the person with the most amount of downvotes are sent away. The announcer mentions the tie-breaking wheel without announcing it, and the wheel will decide who is eliminated. A fifth voting option is revealed called Hurts and Heals, which looks just like Hurt and Heal and Flower Friends BFDI viewer voting. A sixth voting option is revealed called Like and Dislike. A seventh voting option is revealed called Teapot Style Elimination. For this voting option, 2 teams will lose instead of 1. Eliminate and Swapped is mentioned in the explanation of this voting style. This means it will always be chosen alongside another voting option. An eighth voting option is revealed called Mystery Vote, which looks just like Blind Vote, but the announcer gives the voters 2 votes. A wheel is revealed, but it doesn't spin. The wheel for the voting options is revealed, but it doesn't spin. A wheel for the winning team is revealed, but it doesn't spin. Surprisingly, the announcer reveals a second voting method wheel, but it doesn't spin. But instead of starting the first contest, the announcer puts Team Black up for elimination. For some reason, instead of names, voters can vote in the letter and square brackets. Voting time is not clearly stated, but it's stated to end at 5 a.m. The announcer selected both Ultimatum and Like and Dislike. The person with the most likes wins surprise, and the likes are with a number in square brackets. The 2 people with the most dislikes will leave the team. 1 will join the orange team. Sonic Fan corrected the voting time is ended at 6 p.m., but on an unknown day. I want to Craig gave a like to Black Hole and a dislike to about too late. 3 people voted, with the first one being Jay, who gave a like to Bomby and a dislike to Black Hole. According to the voting results for the episode, Black Hole, Bomby, and Remote will be timed with 3 likes. Black Hole, Camera, and TV will be timed with 1 dislike.